Season 52, War number 8. Today we've matched up against Inda, and the bans are Count Nefaria, Lady Deathstrike, Luke Cage, Spidey99, and Silk. And my team today is once again Mr. Negative and Photon with Kate Bishop, and I think I had Kate Bishop active for War 2 on this team or something like that, so I've definitely had this exact same team before earlier this season. Kate's gonna have 1 fight, Photon with 1, I think, and then Negative with 4. Activating some of the bigger boosts for this one because we're playing top 10, so I need to make sure my path fights are in order just as well as my mini-boss fights are. So starting off against this Photon here, I've done this fight a couple times before. I find it easier on this node than node 14, but you're not going to see that many node 14 Photons anymore, with there being some of the other tactic champs on that node now. So at this point, it's just about trying to keep that Cold Snap active for as long as possible, knocking her down when available, and yeah, just making sure that the Cold Snap stays active and I don't give her too many charges at once because I need to make sure that I'm always actually ready for it. There, I probably should have actually charged my heavy for the extended pushback or knockback on it, because that would have allowed me to ideally refresh that Cold Snap, but it doesn't really matter. I almost thought I got caught on a dash back there, but I didn't, and it wouldn't have killed me anyway. I don't even care about healing, because that's the only Kate fight I have, I should say. So, next up, I'm fighting Enchantress on node 14, once again. This is like the 4th time I've taken this fight on this node, the 6th Enchantress I've faced this season, so it goes pretty well. I think there was something I did wrong here eventually, but it's just about getting some parries up at the start of the fight, and now I want to bait her heavy attack and counter it with my evade if I can, but I missed, so now I have to do it again. I missed again, so I have to do it again, and there we go. I did it, but I forgot the slow wasn't active, so I took a hit. All that, but it's fine. We're still chilling. I'm dropping my SP2 with only 14 Dark Energy, but I did have the Fury, so I knew it would be enough damage, and I am punching down this fight because this Enchantress is only rank 2. So there we go. We move on to Section 2, and we're fighting Wiccan on node 24 with Photon. This is like the 3rd Wiccan I've used Photon for this season, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm still going to use an invul boost because I always invul boost when I'm using a non-tactic attacker for a tactic defender. Even though next war I'm probably not going to be able to do that because I'm running seriously low on invul boosts and I'm going to need a lot of them next war. But this is game lag, by the way. That's not the video freezing. Like, that's so bad, man. So anyway, I want to parry heavy, parry heavy, parry heavy, and then counter his SP1, ideally. After that, once I punish the SP1, he's only going to be at 8 charges, and then he's going to stay at 8 charges for as long as I can, because remember, if you punish a special attack, then they can't gain charges for 7 seconds, so I need to just keep him being aggressive with his SP1s, and then he should only be able to gain 1 charge at a time for a while, especially if I keep him taunted. Then he's throwing his special attacks a lot more and stuff, so go for Pure Light Form there, drop the SP2. He's going to gain a few more charges because I didn't time it perfectly, but he is taunted now, so the fight is well in my control, and he's also almost dead, I should mention, so yeah, there goes Wiccan, and then we move on to the 2nd fight on this path against Toad. Not really an ideal matchup using Negative for Toad here, but Toad's only a 6-star, and my Negative's rank 3, so not too worried. My plan, like the notes in this plan, was literally just do the regular damage cycle and he should die. So yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. You saw the lag once again was really bad at the start of the fight, so whenever that happens, I just want to stay as passive as physically possible until it clears itself up ideally, and then yeah. So I dex his SP1, and I'm gonna go for a energy conversion. And I need 1 more debuff active to get the heal block. Am I going to get it from Resonate, or am I going to have to charge heavy? Looks like I'm going to have to charge heavy, which is fine, because I need to convert my energy anyway. So now we have the heal block active, power gain is going, but that doesn't really matter. And I'm taking a little bit of poison damage, but we're still taking him down with enough degens. His SB1 is a little trippy. Like, there were multiple times in that fight where I was like, did I get caught on a dashback by that? But luckily it never happened. So now we move on to the mini bosses, starting with Sasquatch under 38. Taking this fight, like, this is probably the 4th time this season, so again, I'm speeding this one up because it's a lot of the same thing. Get to an SB3 with the protection gone, with as much dark energy as possible. Drop the SB3, do a bunch of burst damage, push him to an SB3, use the invul to just eat it, build up to a second SB3, repeat the cycle, and he's gonna die. He might have to throw another SB3, but ideally my invul is still there. If it isn't, then I just need to bait a special attack and make sure my second special 3, is not going to push him to his SB3. So, all that being said, yeah, he's gonna die pretty fast. He's at 88% there, but there's still some burst damage that's going to come at the end of the attack. So he's going to go all the way down to 44. He threw a light into the air, and I wasn't ready for it, I guess, so I ate it. But luckily, we're fine. Go for an energy conversion there. And he's at low power charges now, so I'm just going to go for another SB3. I noticed that my invul is gone, but he's also at low enough power for this SB3 to not push him to his SB3, so I know it's going to kill, and I ended up just having enough burst damage to finish the job. And I would have also had the heal block to where a couple hits afterwards would have been able to finish it as well, because the regen wouldn't be there. So anyway, that fight over, and then one more fight this war is against Ebony Maw, node 47. This fight ends in like 30 seconds, so I'm not going to say too much about it, but we just kind of get to an SB2, and the degens are going to take him out. He can't nullify me, so the only ways he can place a degen on me at that point is if I eat a heavy attack, or I eat an SB2, or is that it? I don't even remember what his third mission from Thanos thing is. Eat a heavy attack, nullify a buff. I genuinely don't remember the other one. But either way, oh yeah, make me miss, but tactic covers that. So yeah, we drop the SB2 and we're going to finish at full health. So there we go. That's my War 8. 4 wars left in the season, and we did win this one, putting us at 6-2, and also putting us at the 6th alliance in the world, which is the highest I've ever been and the highest the alliance has ever been. So we're really happy with where we are, but we did match Salty for War 9, so this is going to be the toughest opponents we have ever faced. And yeah, it's going to be quite a war video. I have my assignments for War 9 already about done, and it's going to be a crazy one. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. 4 wars left. If I can get solos on all of them, then I get my first ever Deathless season. So here's to hoping that I'm able to get that. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.